It was an ordinary Tuesday when my world turned upside down. I'm a janitor at a local office building, so I know the place like the back of my hand. Or so I thought. It all started with a door at the end of the basement corridor, a door I had never noticed before. Something about it drew me in, and I reached for the handle, twisting it open. Inside was a room, not unlike the others, lit by those sickly fluorescent lights that buzzed and hummed. The walls were painted a faded yellow, the floor carpeted in an unattractive beige. It was just a room, nothing more. That was, until I turned to leave. The door was gone. I blinked in disbelief, spinning around in circles. It wasn't possible. Doors don't just vanish. Yet, the room was sealed, all 4 walls firmly in place. I shook my head, trying to clear my mind. It had to be a trick of the light, or maybe I was coming down with something. It didn't make sense. Deciding that the best course of action was to explore, I walked further into the room. The dull hum of the fluorescent lights became the only sound, growing louder and louder until it echoed in my skull. The room stretched on forever, more doors appearing as I ventured deeper. Behind each one, the same scene repeated. A room lit by harsh lights, the yellow walls, the beige carpet, an eerie familiarity that sent chills down my spine. I was trapped in a loop, a maze of rooms, each one identical to the last. Days seemed to pass as I wandered, my reality slowly fracturing. Time began to lose meaning as the same rooms appeared and reappeared. My heart pounded in my chest. This wasn't possible. It was like some sick nightmare, a horror game come to life. But it was all too real. Hunger clawed at my stomach. Thirst scorched my throat. I had nothing. I collapsed on the dirty carpet, my energy drained. Sleep took me, and I dreamed of the outside world, of sunlight and fresh air, and people. When I woke, I was still trapped in that endless expanse of rooms. I feared I was going mad, that the loneliness and confusion would consume me. Then, I remembered something. As a child, I loved mazes. I'd spend hours navigating them, each one a puzzle to solve. Perhaps this was the same. Perhaps there was a way out. With renewed determination, I started marking the doors. A piece of lint here, a shoelace there. Slowly, I began to understand the twisted logic of this place. It was a labyrinth of the impossible, yet there was a pattern, a sequence. I was no longer wandering aimlessly. I was making progress. The marked doors started to increase, and with each one, hope ignited within me. And then, finally, it happened. I opened a door, and I saw it. Not a yellow wall or beige carpet, but the basement corridor, the exit. My heart leapt in my chest as I sprinted forward, fear of it vanishing propelling me. As I crossed the threshold, I heard the door slam shut behind me. Whipping around, I saw nothing but the cold concrete wall of the basement corridor. The door was gone. I was free, back in the world I knew. I staggered out of the basement and into the open air. The sun never felt so warm, the breeze never so sweet. The world had never seemed so alive. But even now, when I close my eyes, I can still hear the hum of those lights, see the yellow walls and the beige carpet. The memory of that place haunts me. I fear that one day I may find another door, another room waiting to trap me. Yet I also know that if that day comes, I'll be ready. I escaped the Backrooms once. If necessary, I can do it again.